Sorry for this late review, but life happened and I did other things. But today I got the chance to watch the 8th episode of the Bleach anime Thousand Year Blood Warfare Season 1. And I liked it a lot, so I am Moti the Big Talk and I bring you this review. I hope all of you will enjoy. Let's do this. The episode started off with a lot of rain, a lot of cry, a lot of sadness. I will say this, I thought it was emotional and it was a good follow up for what we had in the previous episode. And we find out that Ichigo has now a broken Zangetsu. We also get to see a captain meeting. And as usual, Soifan is the worst character ever made in this series, in this franchise. She is yelling, screaming at everyone, and we kinda understand that now Sunshui Kyoraku is in charge now. Because he's the one saying they cannot cry and they cannot get angry because they lost people. They are the Golden 13 and they must remain strong. We also get a great exchange between Rukia, Ichigo, and Shinji. Shinji is actually saying Ichigo cares about the people around him more than himself, which is a fact. And Shinji, I cannot pronounce his name right. He is, as usual, one of my favorite characters with Sunshu and Kisuke. These are like my top 3 characters in the anime. So, Irako basically say, Ichigo, take a break, have a rest, stop running around, it's over, and don't be too hard on yourself because the boss of the enemy left after you fought him, so it's a win because if you were not around Ichigo, maybe things could have been worse, which is true because they still had a good chunk of time where Ichigo and Yuabak fought. So maybe if Ichigo wasn't around, maybe things could have been worse. We also get a very emotional scene where Isane cry about losing people, and this scene where Unana says the last order Ed Captain gave us was to remain in our barracks was amazing. It much harder than what we had in the manga because the visual was good, the music was good, and the voice acting was also really on point. So here again, I feel like the anime did a better job. Not that the manga did a bad job, it's just better. Does this mean the source of material is bad? No, not by a stretch. I did like the manga a lot and how they addressed that in the manga as well. It was well done, but the anime just did it better. We also find out that Shikai, when they are broken, all you need to do to fix the Shikai is to basically rest and heal yourself. And once you're back top shape, you fixed your Shikai. Now, what I did notice they took away, they removed that because in the manga we had a better explanation. We have 2 different types of Bankai. The one where the body is linked to it, like Kamamura. When Kamamura Sanjin uses his Bankai, he becomes bigger. Well, I should say, he creates a creature that will mimic his movement and things. So his Bankai is basically external in some ways. And if his bankai get broken, because it's linked to him, the bankai can actually be healed and fixed if the user is healed and fixed. But in Ichigo case, his bankai is in a sword. So if it's broken, it cannot be fixed. Ikaku had a bankai, and his bankai was actually broken when he fought one of the Arankar during the Wako Mundo arc. And since then, the bankai was never as powerful because it remained broken. And then Ichigo is like, how did you fix yours? Because if you remember correctly, Kurochuchi at some point he did broke his own bankai. I do think that was a reference to his fight versus Tael Aporo, because Tael Aporo took control of his bankai, so he basically destroyed his own bankai to make sure his opponent doesn't get control over it. I think that was the reference, or it was the fight against Ishida, because that fight placed Kurochuchi in a really bad shape. I don't know which one broke the bankai, but at some point, Kurochuchi Mayuri lost his bankai. So Ichigo is like, why your bankai was fixed and why you cannot fix mine? Then Kurochuchi said, well, my bankai, I just modified it, so I just changed it, basically. So this is why Mayuri still has access to his bankai, and Ichigo cannot really modify his. Now we also get to meet the Squad Zero, the believed strongest squad in the Gold 13 and the Soul Society. It's made of 5 captains, and their purpose is to protect the king, the king of all soul, the Soul King. So each member basically created something in the Soul Society. And Ichigo asked them, if I come with you, will you fix my Zangetsu? And the bearded and bald one, Ichibei, says it's impossible, we cannot, but we can forge you something similar to the one you had. So will this happen? We will see in future episode, because I do not want to spoil anything. Um yeah, we also get to see that Inoue, Chad, and Ara are all fine, and they are basically telling, Ichigo, do what you want. And we also get to know that what Ichigo wants is to protect his friend, so he will do whatever it takes to protect his friends. We also get to meet someone we don't see the face. I know who that individual is. Do you? Do not spoil it in the comments, because I do think they want to keep that as a surprise. They keep teasing us. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what happened next. I do expect a lot from episode 9. Um, so, yeah, this episode was great. Even if I try hard to find issues, I could not. The tone was good because we had time to cry and we had time to laugh and smile, and they didn't broke it. When it was time to be funny, it was time to be funny until the end. And when it was time to cry, it was serious, and nothing clashed, nothing broke the tone. So even if it started kind of sad, they wanted to make you happy at the end, so they did a few funny scene here and there after the hard hitting scenes. I do think this was the second best episode we got this season, with the first being episode 7. I do think episode 8 deserved S plus for Super Plus. It was a great episode, and I cannot wait for next week. Next week, man, a lot of things will happen. I cannot wait. It will be good, I'm telling you. So, like, comment, and subscribe. I will review next week, of course. The season is almost over. We are 8 episodes done. Episode 9 is coming. It will be great. Take care and have a great day.